Good evening, everybody. Hope all of you are having a great day. It's been a while. I've been away from my desk for quite some time. In fact, I've been away and taking care of some other stuff, but I'm back now, so I'm glad I took care of a few things, so I'll be able to do more videos going forward. Now, as many of you know, that with the Senate race in Maine, that's the Democratic Party's best shot in picking up the Senate seat, and Graham Platner, he's probably the best candidate to take the seat. I mean, he's a populist left candidate from the state of Maine, but unfortunately, that doesn't sit well to the Democratic establishment, especially with weaklings like Chuck Schumer, who are a complete disgrace to the party, in my opinion. And Chuck Schumer, he was going to choose his pick. That was about to happen, and behold, comes Janet Mills, the soon outgoing governor of Maine. In fact, Bernie Sanders said it perfectly. Like, he says that Janet Mills should stay out of the Senate race because of its unnecessary and divisive primary. He says Graham Platner is a great working class candidate for Senate in Maine who will defeat Susan Collins. And it's disappointing that some Democratic leaders are urging Governor Mills to run. We need to focus on winning that seat, not waste millions of dollars on an unnecessary and divisive primary. That is so true. I mean, look, so basically, I don't think Janet Mills would win. I really don't think so. And here's my opinion, because she's too much with the establishment. We're in the era right now where people despise the establishment, especially the Democratic establishment, because they're the reasons we're in this mess. You can't be a party that kowtows to big corporate interests and give word salad responses regarding about working class issues, or downright dismiss them. You can't do both. That triangulation thing is over. That triangulation shit is over. That era is gone. We're in a new era where people are demanding results, and they're demanding it fast. And if you can't deliver, then tough luck, get out. But man, it is just so frustrating, like how we have like some of the cool, like these populist Democrats who are like to call them New Deal Democrats, like Graham Platner. They have to go through so many obstacles to get to the general, and then there's no guarantee they might win the general because they're out because they had spent all their funds in a freaking primary unnecessarily. It's so amazing that how the Democratic establishment would go way out of its way to defeat any insurgent candidate, progressive or FDR Democrat or whatever it is, economically left populist candidate, just to support their establishments, just so their big donors can keep on getting the big bucks. But that has to end in 2026. 2025, 2026. That has to end there, So if you're living in Maine, I recommend you support Graham Platner. Donate to his not just donate to his campaign, but volunteer. Boots on the ground is going to work. And think of some innovative ideas on how we can spread the word out as well. So one of the things I like about Graham Platner, as you can see, so about him. So this is about Graham. So for those of you who don't know this, yes, oyster farmer, veteran, and it's part of the Sullivan Planning Board. I believe that's Sullivan County. And you know what? That's just as American as it can get. Come on. And he has Maine running through his DNA. Oyster farmer, come on. I mean, he definitely would be. I mean, this guy could definitely. I mean, if you look at some of his videos as well, some of his town halls, his message definitely resonates with some of the voters. And if you want to know, like, a new poll shows that Platner's best position to Maine Dem to defeat Collins shows that he's leading Susan Collins by 14 points. 14. And says Platner outperforms Mills with young voters, independents, rural voters, men, and gun owners. Yes, gun owners are an important part of the coalition, guys. I know some of you gun control freaks are saying, well, we need to codify that. We need to codify the message on guns. And like, no, we're not going to give gun owners. Listen, people have the right to own whatever gun they want, as long as they're not hurting anybody, and they use them to defend use, and the purpose of gun ownership is to defend yourselves. Gun control, that message will not work with rural voters as well, because that's a cultural issue. And so, yeah, I mean, listen, and young voters, you better start showing up. You better start showing up. You know, so let's get back to this article. So Collins is deeply unpopular with Maine, who gave her a 39% approval rating. Yeah, because he's a piece of shit. Oh God, 77-year-old Mills. Oh man, she's been elected to office since 1980. Dude, that's before I was born. Oh gosh, I don't know what's up with them. I don't know. It seems like Democrats is a weird fetish, like getting all these senior citizens to run for office. I mean, it's the big beautiful bill passed because three of the Democratic congressmen died in 2015, and and the Republicans were able to pass the bill in the House because those three Democrats were dead. Jeez, you need to have some fresh young blood. And look, she has a 48% approval rating, 45% disapproval rating, and 51% of independents disapprove of her. Oh, gee, great. It is so true that they were Democratic establishment would rather lose than lose against Republicans than win with the populists. In fact, they will do everything they can to prevent people like Graham Platner from being the nominee. We have seen it. And says Mills has okay, so going back to the article. Mills has governed as a political moderate during her decades in office. True. Platner is running on populist outside, channeling public anger at vast economic inequality, corporate abuses, and political corruption. Yeah, see, this is what Democrats need to run on. This is what all you upstarts need to run on. Economic inequality, corporate abuses, and political corruption. Not Orange Man is bad. Not that restoring the restoring the nation or bring back normal. No, we're done with that. Listen, things are terrible out here. Economic wise, people can't find jobs, losing their homes. They had to forego payments, forego meals. It is absolutely, I mean, it's borderline dystopian, actually. That's how terrible things are. And we need radical change. And Graham Platner has the platform. So like, okay, now I'm going to try to finish it up saying that Platner is a proponent of Medicare for all. Good. Voice of billionaires tax. Yeah, I support and refuse to accept donations from corporate PACs. Great. Yes, definitely. See, that's your winning candidate right here. And you know what? He's not afraid to. And this guy's a straight shooter as well. He's not afraid to talk about what's in his mind. He doesn't sound scripted or anything like that. Janet Mills will talk whatever talking points comes from DC. So once again, for all you guys, for next year in Maine's primary, support Graham Platner. He's the best shot to defeat Susan Collins, and also he's the best guy to shift the Democratic Party into a more FDR populist New Deal direction. That's what we need to do. All right? That's what we need to do. Start electing Democrats like Graham Platner. Anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts on my Graham Platner, and you just leave a comment below. It's been a while since I have done this, so I'm stumbling here a bit in there, but I'll get better as time goes on. Anyway, you guys have a great night, and hope to see you. And I'll be posting a few more videos later this week. Take care. Bye.